Today on the Simple Cooking Show, Margarita. Okay, let me just get the salt. I forgot the salt. Let me get that. Okay. And little salt shaker. Hi, Tiago. We're doing margarita today and popcorn. So let's first get the popcorn ingredients and then I'll move on to the margarita. So for the popcorn, we're just gonna make a small quantity, like around 3 cups. And it's going to be just 1 tablespoon of olive oil. So I have some olive oil here. I'm just gonna eyeball it. And then we are gonna do 1 tablespoon olive oil. You can use vegetable oil, whatever oil you like. I wouldn't do butter just because it might burn. Hi, Tiago. Thanks for joining. I can't wait till we do another video together. Really, I would love to when all of this is over. Okay, so I'm going to put this over here on the burner. And then we're going to measure out a 1/4 cup of popcorn kernels. So if you watch the video, oh hey James, we're making margaritas and popcorn today. So thanks for joining. I'm measuring out a 1/4 cup of popcorn kernels. This might look familiar if you saw the video I did in my post. I always like to do non-GMO because corn is known for being a GMO crop, unfortunately. So get non-GMO. You can see there, non-GMO certified, and it's 100% natural. It's a gluten-free, and it is a whole grain, so you don't have to feel guilty about eating it. Hey Mario, thanks for joining. Margaritas and popcorn today. I have just measured a tablespoon of olive oil in my pan here. Haven't turned it on yet. And I have a 1/4 cup of my popcorn kernels. So I just want to get everything in order first and then run through the margarita mix, or not the mix, because we're doing this fresh. And guess what, guys? So surprise guest couldn't make it, but I got a amazing recipe from my bartender brother, who you can follow him if you like this at Radio Ricky. The zero is the O is a 0, and he does all these drinks, amazing drinks. But this is his recipe, and it's only 3 ingredients. So none of this margarita mix stuff, or like you don't know what goes into it. We're gonna make it fresh. And so what do we need? We need 3 ingredients, like I said. He recommends a tequila blanco, but I don't have that. So I'm gonna use Hornitos. It's not like the top of the line tequila or something, but that's okay because we're adding a little sugar to this drink, so you don't have to take out your most amazing tequila. Like, leave that for sipping on with just some ice. Okay, so I got Hornitos. It's not a totally blanco, which is white. It's aged a little bit. So we have, that's gonna be 2 ounces, which is just like a small shot glass pretty much. And then we're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of agave. So cool thing about agave is we're layering flavors. The tequila is actually made from agave. So they roast these huge agaves. If you're in Southern California, you've seen these in people's front yards probably. Huge, beautiful blue-green desert kind of plant that you can see right there. Okay, so I actually went to Tequila, Mexico a few years back, and I saw how they make tequila. And so this is actually one of the byproducts of tequila is agave. So they roast kind of like a sweet potato smell. You walk in and you get this really roasted, sugary caramelization. and it just is so amazing. And so part of it gets roasted and turned into sugar, and then part of it gets turned into tequila. So we're layering flavors here. This is a chef secret that a lot of chefs use to, you know, when you're making a dish or something, you try to use the components, whether it's like syrup form and tequila form, they both play on each other and complement really well. So you get full agave in your face, okay? So 3/4 ounces, which is very small, of the agave. This is not gonna be a candy sugar margarita. This is gonna be a classy, nice, fine dining margarita. So we got tequila blanco, 2 ounces, 3/4 an ounce of agave, and 1 ounce of lime juice. Okay, so let me go ahead and start making this because I can't wait. Okay, so another tip that, well, I don't know if my brother does this, but I like to line the rim with some salt, and not just any salt. I use I don't know, I found this in the cupboard. It's a spice rub. So it's got all these smoky flavors to use for me, but you can definitely use it to rim your glass. It's got salt, garlic, spices, paprika. So we're gonna kind of go for that, maybe kind of that Bloody Mary kind of flavors. So I don't wanna waste it. I'm gonna put just a little bit in a plate, okay? Just a sprinkle. So we got that Acme table salt. This is from, I don't know, from the South somewhere, Nashville, Tennessee. So if you really want to try something new, it's a really nice salt rub that actually I can put on the popcorn too. More layering of flavors. Salt rub on our tequila rim and into the popcorn. Okay, you get what I'm trying to get what I'm trying to do here. Good thing I didn't knock that. Okay, so now let's see here. I've got an orange. This is not part of my brother's recipe, but he does do this sometimes. So I have a peeler. I'm gonna try to peel, and this is, it's gotta be organic. If you're gonna use the peel on an orange or lemon, lime, use organic, please, because all the bad pesticides and stuff, they go into the peel. If they're not organic, you know, when they get sprayed and stuff. So if you're just using the juice, you can use any old orange, but if you're using the peel, you want to make sure they're organic. So luckily these are from the garden. You just get these peels and you smell right away the aromas, because why? The essential oils of the orange are in here. So when you squeeze it, you start to smell that. And so what my brother does, he shared this little secret. He actually just squeezes the peel and you don't really see anything, but the essential oils are spraying out into the cup. So you get the essence of orange, but you don't get like orange juice, okay? So you can also, I like to just, let's cut into the orange. Might add a little orange to my margarita. So I just use the juice here. You can use like just a slice. Okay, that's a little messy, but now that it's wet, we're gonna put it in our little salt. A little salt rub with the parsley in there and garlic, but it's a nice little, and paprika. Okay, so now we got our glass ready. Now let's measure out what we're gonna do here. So you can use any old measuring cup. If you don't have a shaker, it's fine. You know what? When quarantine, we're gonna make shift. I'm gonna use a little container. I'm gonna put ice in it, shake it. You can use a ball, glass jar, mason jar. You know, you can figure it out. You can make it work. If you really want a margarita, I'm sure you can find a way. So, okay, 2 ounces tequila, which I said is kind of like a shot glass. Here we have, there's ounces here. Okay, so 1 ounce is right there, but I'm gonna measure out 2 ounces of tequila and use, like I said, blanco if you have it. I'm just using not a totally blanco. It's been aged a little bit. You can also go crazy, go for mezcal, which is the smoky version, cousin of tequila, smoky version. Okay, so I don't want to pour it in there yet because I want to mix it up. I'm going to just go for our little, I'm going to put some ice in first, okay? So you always want it cold. Okay. On a hot day like this, always want something nice and cold. If you're not in Southern California, it's quite hot today. So this is a welcome drink at this time. 2 ounces. Seems like a lot. It's already 6 o'clock, so that's okay. 3/4 ounce of agave. So my brother, he will cut it, he says. That's, I guess, the terminology of bartenders. So I'm going to do like half of agave and then a little water to get to the 3/4 ounce. So let me get some ice water for that. And this is just gonna, it's gonna like cut it so it's not super sweet. Okay, so just mix that up. We'll mix it a little more. So it's very little. It's like an ounce of half agave, half water. Okay, pour that in there. Now we're getting to the color. Now it's looking good, huh? I might just drink out of here. No, I won't do that. So. Okay, 1 ounce of lime juice. Okay, I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be 2 or 3 of these little guys. Should have got the lime squeezer, but you know, this way I can talk to you a little more. These are really, I don't know, they're not so juicy, so it might take a while here. Okay, so I was looking at a bunch of margarita recipes, and I'm so glad my brother gave me this one. Like I said, if you like it, go to Radio Ricky. The O is a 0. But you know, some recipes they use orange bitters, some other recipes they use orange contro. But you know, I think this is the most probably kind of classic, authentic, was how it first started. Some tequila, some agave, and some lime, lemon, orange juice, you know, something like that. I think that's probably how, you know, things were just simple. They didn't have like this French, you know, contro kind of thing in Mexico when it first started. So, you know, I'm sure it just was this humble drink, good tequila, good fresh limes. And that's all we're doing here because, you know, we're close to Mexico. So we have all those ingredients, thankfully, pretty accessible, pretty fresh. So, like I said, it is a perfect drink right now. And with our popcorn, we're going to get you set up for the night. Wow, it's going to take a little more than this. Might cheat and put some orange in there. Hi, I'm Saria. Thank you, Simple Marks. That's exactly it. Hey, Jimmy. Okay, he wants to be in here. Let's see if he wants to jump in. Okay. Let me turn up the volume.
Oh, not yet. Hey!
Hey, I don't see you, but I hear you. Oh, hey! Hey, Robin. Good to see you guys. I like how you always chime in for the alcoholic drinks.
Oh, are you making margaritas?
I am, yes.
Well, I'm good at drinking margaritas.
Very simple.
So
But what time is it there?
Oh, Robin's making
appropriate.
It's always appropriate for margaritas, but it's lunchtime on Saturday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now Robin's making banana cake today.
Wow. Ooh, nice.
Bacon.
That's so.
Yeah. It's very easy. It comes in a pack.
Not to say that. You're a bacon.
So honest. Okay.
It's a secret. Public secret.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Well,
so are you guys gonna drink with me?
We wanted to come on and say hi, and that we miss you, and I hope you're doing really
Oh,
well.
yeah, I am. I am. It's great to see you. I'm so glad you popped in here.
And I'll
Yeah.
send a recipe through. We should do another cook-off next week or the
Oh,
week
I would
after.
love
You
it.
can squeeze
Oh,
us in.
that okay. I'll look
All
for
right.
it.
Take care. Lots of
Thanks,
love. Bye-bye.
Timmy. Bye, Robin.
Bye. Ciao, ciao.
Bye. Okay. So if any of you guys want to jump in, and I know you kind of, um, then, feel free to send a request. This is the happy hour, so I'm glad we got some guests in there. Okay, so I cheated a bit. I added a little orange because I like the orange flavor. I think we are finally at 1 ounce. Yes. Okay. And I don't want to get the seeds in here, so I'm just going to catch them if they fall, kind of. Okay, good enough. I mean, it's for me after all. Okay. Now, great. It's smelling great. Lime, orange, tequila, and agave. Okay, so a little sweetness, a little zestiness, and citrus for sure. Shake it up in our makeshift little shaker. I mean, that's the way they do it over there in the bars, right? Nice and foamy. Pour that on top. Okay. All right. I mean, I'm a little impressed myself. Cheers, guys. Wow. It's so good. It's not too sweet. Oh, it's delicious. I will write the recipe down for this and post it because I think you guys would love it. If you're not into the sweet girly drinks, which I'm not really, I like give me some good tequila, some good lime, a little sweetness, and that is the best way to do it. I like that salt. It has like this savory garlic parsley in there, which is sounds weird, but it works really well. And once we get the popcorn, it's going to be perfect. So let's get on to the popcorn, which is going to be very fast. Okay, it's going to be like so fast, you don't even know what happened to you. Okay, so let me move this out of the way for you, but not my drink. And let me remind you of what we got here for the popcorn again. And I need a bowl because you need to have everything in place before you start this thing because it will just pop like its own mind, okay? So let me get a bowl and make some for the family, okay? All right, so before we even get started, because it's gonna go very fast, I'm gonna heat the oil and I'm gonna put I can put them in now, 2 kernels inside. And I have to have a lid, okay? Of course, I mean, if you try to do this without a lid, then you're just setting yourself up for catching popcorns on the floor, which maybe is fun for kids. Maybe you want to create a new game, catch the popcorn, but okay. So I put 2 kernels in there. See, you can see my oils in there, 1 tablespoon oil, my 2 little kernels, which are going to be the messengers. They're going to tell me when I can add the rest of the kernels because it's hot enough in there. Okay, so let's get this party started. Let's get it popping, okay? Okay. All right. And I'll get some more dad jokes for you in a bit. Catch the popcorn, the new quarantine game going around. Don't need technology, just need a stovetop, and I don't know. I'll have to coin the game. Okay, so now we just have to wait. Like I said, these are the messengers. When they pop, we're going to add the rest of our 1/4 cup. We're going to shake it to coat each kernel with the oil. Why? Because when you coat food with oil, it cooks more evenly. Oil fat is a great heat conductor, which means the heat will coat the whole piece of food and not just one part of it. So if you're low fat cooking, that's great. I mean, you know, sometimes I want low-fat things too, but you don't get even cooking. So you need a little layer of fat to get an even cooking, and that's exactly what we're going to do here is coat the kernels with a little oil once they go in, and after, and we don't want such a high heat because you don't want to burn your oil, but you want to get it going. So sometimes I like to shake it up to just get it a little more agitated and hot in there. And it always scares me the first time when they pop, but okay. And I just, every now and then I will close the lid and then I open it a little bit because the steam in there, if there's too much steam, the popcorn will, okay, it's ready. So we put it in. Okay, I'll take it off the heat and shake them to coat all the kernels. And now we need to get it hot again. And once they start popping, they should start popping anytime now. Let me just get a drink here. So if you're just joining, happy hour. I've made margaritas. I'll put the recipe. It was lime juice, orange juice, agave syrup, a little tequila, blanco, and that's it. That's no margarita mix or anything like that. Okay, I like to shake it a little bit just to make sure they're all coated. And once they start all going, you know, when it rains it pours kind of thing. So once they start popping, they all start popping. So it may seem like eternity for your little salty snack fix, but once it starts, it's pretty much done. So you don't want to miss it. Okay? All right. Well, it will, okay, now I'm getting a little worried. I've done it before, and I still worry every time that I'm burning something. Okay, now we're ready. Okay. Okay. I smell it. Okay, we're going. Just I think on this little stovetop, the fire is a little less. Shake them up. Okay, turn up the heat a little bit for a second. Once they start popping, I'll turn it down a little bit. You also might want a smaller pot for this quantity. We just did a 1/4 cup. So the pot just heats up faster, but of course I didn't have one available, so I'm doing it in this larger pot, and it's working. Let me give you a little popping action here. Let me get that a little bit. Okay, it's going. It's going. This is the pop cam. All right. Okay, now it's going to go faster. See, that's the steam that went inside. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Let me do a shake. A nice little shake. Oh, not me, the popcorn. Oh man, I didn't even have one drink yet. Look at that. Happy hour with me. Look at that, beautiful. Okay, we're at like a medium heat, and it should pop nearly all the kernels. But if not all the kernels pop at the same time, it's okay. Just you don't want to overcook them because you'll burn the pan. So you should probably stand far away too if the steam comes out. So I'll give it one more shake. Just because it just distributes the heat evenly. Okay, and we're nearing the end here. I still see a few more kernels. kind of soothing too. Okay, I would definitely recommend a smaller pot for this quantity, but like I said, I didn't have it, so it works. You might just not get all the kernels popped up. Okay, shake a little bit. Okay, once you smell like a little burnt, I kind of just stop it, and if I didn't get all the kernels, then fortunately popcorn is not the most expensive thing. I just don't want to burn the pan, then you have to clean it and scrub it. So if it's not all of them, then I just learned for next time, use a smaller pot, turn it off. Now there's a steam in here. Oh, let me get you close up here. Oh yes, it's nearly all of them. Okay, and that's very hot. You just want to put that to the side. And now is the time where you salt, okay? So the same salt that I had for rimming the glass to my tequila here, which is very tasty. It has paprika, salt obviously, parsley, a little pepper. I don't want to waste it, so I'm gonna just do a pinch or two. You can always add, you can't subtract. So start with that, toss it up. If you like elotes on the street, this is a good time to mix it up. How you like your corn on the cob. If you want to do Parmesan cheese in there, they put lime, they put chili powder. You can add those all in here. Maybe not the cream, but I've done lime before. Lime's great. And that's your popcorn. See, let's go try it out. Maybe a little salt, but I already have a lot of salt on my rim, so I don't have to make these so salty because it just kind of balances. And that is it. That is today on the Simple Cooking Show. Popcorn and a margarita for your happy hour. Maybe you have a date night. Virtual date night works too. So let's see if I've never seen this question thing. Do you use special corn kernels or anything? Good question, Jimmy. I said in the beginning, I like to get non-GMO, which means not genetically modified, because corn is pretty famous for being a genetically modified food. And there's not like all these studies yet to tell you that it's good or bad for you. Some say bad. I just don't think genetically modified things are the best. So if you can get that non-GMO, I would do that. And organic, I don't know if these are organic, but yeah, that would be my recommendation for the popcorn. And I think that's it. If there's any questions, you can message me. I'll post this up on my live stories and then my little YouTube and blog posts. So you can make this and you can make this and you can enjoy it at your home. Thank you so much, guys, for joining, and stay tuned for tomorrow. I'm going to do shrimp ceviche, ceviche de camarones, with my cousin at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you can join, we're going to make it's cooked shrimp on tostadas with avocado and cucumber and super fresh. Take you right to the beaches of Ixtapa, Puerto Vallarta. Okay? So hope to see you there. Thanks and take care.